Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Rixson number 2604. This is their spotting tool or their pivot point locator and can be used on either offset or center hung pivots from Rixson for setting the location of the bottom, whether it be the bottom part of the pivot set or a floor closer. And this is what it is. This is what it's going to look like when it arrives to you, basically. Like this. And by the way, there is a link below this video to the installation instructions, which are 2 pages, one side for center hung, the other side for offset. Very simple, very straightforward. Let's go for center hung first. This portion, this little guy in here, if that's in there, just remove that. We're going to put that aside for right now. Center hung. You're going to have the spindle coming out of the top pivot. You're going to loosen this thumb screw. And you'll sneak it up over there and tighten down the thumb screw, and it will hold it on. The diameter of the unit that's required for that top pin from the pivot is 0.5, half of an inch. If your top pivot is half of an inch, you'll be able to use this quick spotting tool. Rixson, to my knowledge, is the only company that makes this tool. Quite frankly, if you are using pivots by another manufacturer, Rixson got the tool to help you do your installation. Half of an inch is the dimension of your pin that you'll need to get that in there. Now, maybe before you do that, you're going to run your plumb bob line through this hole, and you're going to have it exit out through the side hole. Plumb bob string will come out, the bob will be connected down to the bottom. This thumb screw is for just keeping that pin or that string right where you want it to be. Okay. Now, admittedly, when you tighten that thumb screw down, your string is not going to be in the exact center, depending on the size of your string, but it will be so close that it's considered accurate. Okay, and that's the entire assembly for a center hung. Now, if you have offset, which is very common, you're going to use this little guy. You're going to loosen the set screw or the Allen head screw, insert that up into the female portion of the top pivot, and simply tighten this so that it will expand and be held inside of the top pivot. You will then bring this up and over and tighten, and the rest of the process is the same. This is a tool that you'll be able to use over and over and over again. And quite frankly, there are people who say, I don't need a quick spotting tool. I'm going to hold my plumb bob up to the top pin and just let it hang. And that's great. That works for them. There are some other people that say, I recognize how crucial this dimension is to be accurate. I wouldn't do it without the quick spotting tool. I personally would use this and do use this in almost all cases, and would only not use it if I didn't have it available to me and something had to be done. But I always prefer to use this tool. The installation instructions define all of everything we just discussed. The plumb bob and the plumb bob string are not included with this. Rixson also has the 2608, which is for the H340 or the H345 top pivots, which are simply a larger diameter. Okay, there's a link below this video to the 2608 where you'll be able to review that. And other than that, it's the same item. I'm going to give you some dimensions just so that you have an idea of what the tool measures dimensionally. Overall height of the tool, about 2.5 inch. Diameter, about 1 inch. Okay, bottom portion, about 1 1/8 inches. And of course your little stud portion that's going to fit in there, about 1.25 inches, meant for 1/2 inch. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page within our website where you can review all things Rixson hardware that we sell and supply. There's also a link to the manufacturer's website, and then also a link to the full line product catalog, which is ever evolving, ever developing, always getting better. I'm partial to Rixson not only because their name is synonymous with solutions that center around pivots, that center around floor closers for practically all applications, electrified hardware, but I'm also partial to them. It's because of their technical support. There are 2 individuals there that are absolutely 100% of the time responsive to questions, even the same question over and over that I seem to ask. If you have any questions on the Rixson 2604 quick spotting tool or closer pivot alignment tool or any other Rixson product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you very much.